Yeah. So,
no, that's the shark thing.
Don't do that.
No, okay, starting again from now.
So this is a second attempt at this. I'll be totally transparent. We were talking about our charity event. I made an off-colour remark that we don't want associated with the charity.
Not off-colour, just off.
No, off-colour's correct.
Okay, all right.
That'll do. Anyway, so tomorrow.
Tomorrow, being Valentine's Day, is our auction for the Two Montys charity wedding.
Yes.
And if you're a shitbag fiance, haven't actually organised anything, what's better than flowers and chocolates is actually buying yourself and your fiance an entire wedding package. But the clanger is 100% of the proceeds go to charity. This year's charity is
the Mark Hughes Foundation.
Yep.
Fantastic Novocastrian cause. Obviously, they do research into brain cancers and attempting to find a cure for that. So, again, if you don't know what the deal is, we harass vendors to donate their services. We pull together a package of all the things that you need, plus a few others.
This year it's worth
about 90
grand. Doesn't mean you're going to spend 90 grand.
No.
And every year in the past, this is our 5th event, every year it's gone for half price or less. So potentially, ballparking, you could be getting this wedding for 40 to 50 grand.
If it goes for 40, I'll be annoyed.
Yeah.
I want more.
And it's charity. Yeah.
It's for charity.
Well, yeah, and we said in a previous episode the reserve's going to be 35, which I think is pretty fair considering you get 90 grand's worth of wedding and you're going to spend more than 35 on your wedding anyway, so you may as well just keep on bidding.
Now, if you're not interested in that, tune out now because I'm going to do a quick roll call of vendors. I'm not going to go right into them all. You can work out what they do by their name or look them up. They're on our Instagram account. So Bryce Noon, Love Glows, Butter, Rundles, SJR Media, Matthews Jewelers, Chic Artistry, Nowhere Barber, Ivory State, The Anchorage, Beautiful Occasion, Puzzleman Productions, Elegant Metal, Mezzo Catering, Bring the Noise Fireworks, Smile Labs, Kazi Music, Silent Shout, Your First Dance Company, Live Wedding Painting, Ink and Snow.
The Two Montys.
Who am I missing that's on this list that we haven't talked about yet?
Arrow
Media.
And
what's our...
Paper and Stuff.
What's our amazing wedding dress lady called? I need to find it really quickly. Saving Grace by Ashley Marie.
Yep.
All of those incredible vendors, probably plus some others we've forgotten.
Definitely some others that aren't on the list
are
yet.
all on our list, totaling a package worth around 90,000. You won't spend that much. You'll have us. We'll be there.
Yep.
We'll celebrate and MC your event.
Yep. Times 2.
Yeah, because there's 2 Montys.
Oh. I don't know that they needed to know that detail.
I didn't know you needed to say times 2, but anyway, here we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tomorrow. Get involved.
That's it.
Good.
Very good. Right.
I won't make any more off-colour remarks in relation to that.
We do actually have some things in the Instagram. What'd you say?
I got some text messages still in a group chat with some mates. So again, telling you something you all know. We're recording this in a batch. Today's still the same day that the Kyle Sanderlands thing happened. A bloke's message in our group chat and said, "I love the plea with Kyle for the plug. That's awesome. I think you need to send him a dick pic. Do you want me to bash the other bloke who was being a cock?" And then another bloke said, "Send us a pic of your uncircumcised old fella so we know what he's talking about as well." That'll be in our stories later today.
Oh, my God.
It won't. It definitely won't.
Well,
you'll have to use a macro lens.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
You don't know.
No, I don't.
I
genuinely do
we
not.
had another person, and I had this up my sleeve to read out earlier, but I forgot.
But you got big fat sausagey fingers.
I do have big fat sausagey fingers. Yeah. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a fair indicator.
Oh, okay.
I need to find on my list because a person sent us through a topic for discussion that was on, I believe, the Hello May page a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need to find that person. Here it is. And this was, so on Hello May, we'll credit them as I should. Monday's mundane poll. Sex on the wedding night, yay or nay? That's what it says.
I haven't, and I haven't been married.
I have twice.
Whoopsie.
It's
what's the poll about? As in, should you or shouldn't you?
or do you or don't you or whatever. The answer.
What the fuck does it matter?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just listen. Have you got anything on your list to talk about?
Two consenting people.
You got anything on your list to talk about?
No, we're going
then
with
shut
yours.
the fuck up then.
Yeah.
We look. It's
sex on any night is okay.
Well,
by
it
me.
is, but in the truth is, on an occasion like that, and particularly a bride, generally, or brides have been up since stupid o'clock having hair and makeup.
Yeah.
By the time you get to 12, 1, 2, I can tell you my wedding to Kate, the reception's shut because it was away.
Yeah.
All our friends and most of our friends and family had travelled to be there, so there was an Airbnb that everybody went back to.
Yeah.
There was body shots till we left at 3 on somebody's push bikes.
Yeah.
And by the time we got back to our accommodation, it was like I think
You were absolutely fingered.
there was a half. Well, there was that as well, and a half-hearted attempt, and then we went. I think we're done here, and I would venture to say that is.
That's a good night, though.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah.
It was a great night, but this kind of preconceived idea that that's the thing. There's going to be this big event.
Yeah.
I think is a bit old school.
Well, that poll in itself is like sex on the wedding night or not. That's really throwing back to when they hadn't had sex before the wedding.
It's exactly right.
But also, why would you marry someone if you haven't fucked them?
No.
Oh, that's not what we're getting at?
No, I don't believe the implication
But
was,
would you?
Are you losing your virginity on your wedding night? I don't believe that's the poll.
No, okay,
it's just
good.
a matter of, do you on the night?
Yeah.
And I think realistically the answer for most people is probably no, because you're just, like you said, you're absolutely knackered by the time you get there, and you're like,
I didn't say knackered.
I know what you said, but because you said fingered, and that implies that maybe there might be.
Yeah.
But and so I was looking.
And you said yes, there was that, and I'm just in my mind, it's.
So what about, and so, I guess I already said where the post is and you can look it up. I'm not going to say anybody's name here. And I guess this person's put it on the internet so I can read out whatever the fuck I like.
Yeah.
This person said, my husband still holds it against me that we didn't do it on the wedding night, even though I had gastro. I think she's missed the word ex there. Shouldn't it be my ex-husband still holds it against me?
That's on the way to the bin pretty swiftly.
Well, then, and it's just like, yes, why would you not? Because you're fucked. And then so the next one says, absolutely not. It's a party night, that's.
So maybe they've got a rule. If it's a party night, no sex.
Maybe. Who knows? If you have the energy. And I think that's the key there.
The general consensus.
Yeah, the general consensus.
Yeah.
I don't know what that even means. But anyway. Sex on the wedding night.
We're quickly refining the topics of this podcast. There's now a lot of sex and body part chat. There's some weddings, and then there's rants. I think that's the 3 topics.
I think so. Well, and mother-in-laws. You've got a lot. You've got a lot of opinions about mother-in-laws.
Actually got another one here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What a segue.
What's the biggest BS a wedding guest has ever pulled? And she said, not sure if you've covered this before, but my mum made a scene and left our wedding at dinner time because her table wasn't the first served. It was second. Literally blew up that much that she left the reception.
Surely the wedding party table got served first.
And
that's
also,
normally what happens.
You're getting fed for free.
But normally
what's
that's
wrong
what
with-
happens.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's the same as, I don't know. And again, people have varying degrees of family, what they value their family. Not so I don't value family, but whether and there's a lot of people that are like, the mum wants to make an entrance before the couple, you know what I mean? And you've got to and I'm like, why?
You had your time.
Why is this happening?
And then normally it's the mum that's divorced that wants to make an entrance. I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need no man. Yeah. Anyway. Wow. I got another one here. Another mother.
Thank fuck you've got something.
Another mother of the bride. They're really getting the sledge here. This is one of our mates who is a event stylist and planner.
Don't narrow it down too much.
She caught the mother of the bride and the groom going at it in the upstairs accommodation.
The mother of the bride and the groom?
Yep. So his mother-in-law.
Oh, yeah, copy.
Yep.
Going at it at the upstairs cupboard.
Yep.
Wow.
So, and going at it.
I think I've seen that movie.
Going at it.
When I say movie, I mean 3 minutes.
And I'm going to go doing the unspeakable and not suckling from the mother.
Yeah, the unthinkable.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
God.
That is. So sorry, she caught them? Or she knows somebody
the
that
wedding
caught them?
planner caught them.
Yeah, wow.
Red-handed. Yeah. That's a bit rogue.
I don't know if anybody heard that burp. I apologise if that came up on the mic.
No, I've been...
It's their faulty beers. This is unrelated.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and again, this is going to upset heaps of people. If you've got a kid who has turned of an age where they've just moved from preschool to kindergarten, they haven't graduated fucking anything. Don't give them a stupid hat. Don't put up a sign that says graduation. You've done fuck all.
Yeah.
You just turned an age and moved on.
No, they've learnt to not shit their pants in the middle of the day.
All these, or even like your dog graduated. Fuck off, puppy school. What are you talking about? People like just really amp these.
Well, it's like the participation award. Everyone gets one now.
It's what it is.
It's the old.
This is real old man talk.
PC gone wild. Yeah.
Real old man
We
talk.
actually missed some write-ins from the last one.
Oh, good.
Rustic venue, drunk bridesmaid, 6:30 p.m. Everyone is eating, mostly outside because it's casual pizza trucks. She ducks off for a ciggy, sees some goats, always goats in these wedding chats. This is a different person.
So sorry,
too.
who's the person who she ducks off for a dart and sees some goats?
No, yeah, the bridesmaid. Yeah,
bridesmaid.
So
yeah, right.
Bridesmaid, drunk,
Yep.
outside. Yeah.
Yep.
She ducks off for a ciggy, sees some goats that she just has to pat, but to get to them, she's got to jump a wire fence. Just as she's straddling said fence, it becomes clear to everyone eating outside that it's electric.
Amazing.
Just as she cops a zap to the vag.
That's I've seen that movie too, I think.
So you know Snapchat,
I'm familiar with the concept.
You know, my girlfriends from school, we're in a group chat and it's called, and it's, you know, there's like 12 girls and me, but the chat's called Flap Chat.
Right. Very good.
What else we got here?
I can talk to you about how shit burpees are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. They're fucking rubbish.
Oh.
I hate them.
Burping?
No, burpees at the gym. You know what a burpee is?
Is that the jump up, throw the ball?
No, you do a push up and then like jump up and then go back down and do a push up.
Yeah,
and then
they are
jump
terrible.
Up. Yeah, rubbish. It's just on my list.
Although the videos I've seen, they're normally slow-mo and it's grey sweatpants. And it's a big schlong hitting the floor every time.
Have you watched
they jump
Saltburn
up.
yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, you froth, mate.
Good?
Oh, mate, old Barry at the end does a...
Barry, that's a hot name.
Yeah, but no, Barry. Barry, have you seen Saltburn? Yeah. Barry, I mean, there's a number of things that you go, holy fuck, why is he doing that?
Yeah, right.
But at the end...
No.
The end. I think I can do the end because it's not like important. The other things that you go, holy fuck, I'm not going to spoil them.
Yeah.
But at the end, he does this dance to Murder on the Dance Floor.
Oh, yeah.
Entirely naked.
That's why that song's been turning up everywhere on TikTok.
Like, I saw Sophie L. Spexter post on Instagram the other day saying it's like it's been 25 years since it was 20 years since it was released. It's at number 2 in the UK at the moment.
Oh my god. That's
but yeah, he does a nude like choreographed dance through this house. And he's got a thick meaty member.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going home to watch Bake Off, and I'm going home
exactly.
no. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, no, I've been busy preparing for this podcast.
Busy perming your hair.
Yeah. No, it's natural.
Show me the back. Oh, right. You're a long way from a mullet.
Yeah, no, I'm getting there.
So will this part grow, or will you grow that part down?
No, this part's growing. And that was the problem. It was supposed to happen with the old haircut, but I kept shaving it. And every time I went in, I kept forgetting to tell. And then it got to a length on top that it was like, well, it's going to look real. If it's all going up, it's all got to go up.
Which is, again, if you've watched previous episodes, why he wore a Funkle hat the whole time last time.
Yeah.
Because it was an in-betweener.
It was an in-betweener. Come on.
Yeah, go. Have you got something? Because I'm going to...
Yeah, no, this was...
I'm doing another thing that I go...
You go, yep.
And this is, again, people are going to get upset. If you're a person with a business, and this is... And when I say... I'm going to start again. If you're a celebrant, specifically, right, because we sell ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we are the product. Oh, it's different if you're a photographer or whatever.
I'm going to have a guess.
What does it go?
Third person?
No.
Pep peeve.
No. To be honest, no.
We can't wait to marry you. Who the fuck's we? You're one single person. I can't wait to marry you.
That is one of the things everybody that knows me knows I hate.
Fuck.
Even I'll be honest. I even hate it if I go to a restaurant or a cafe.
Yeah.
And what are we having today? I don't know. Who's we? You got a mouse in your pocket? Like, what the fuck? I hate it. So that, and then also sole traders who, when they post online, are like, we're doing this, we're doing that. And I'm like, you're in the car by yourself.
It's in the name.
Relax.
Sole trader.
But, back to the name. So celebrants, and it's not just celebrants, but in our circumstance, it's you are the thing.
Yeah.
Right? If you've got a business name that doesn't have your name in it, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then if I log on to your Instagram account or your website and I still don't know who the fuck you are,
I'm not going to...
Put your name down.
Yeah.
Just put your name in there somewhere. Like, whatever your name... If you've got a business name that doesn't have your name in it, the first sentence in your bio should be, hi, I'm Monty, I'm a fucking celebrant, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you have to go looking for somebody's first name and that's the business... Like, that you're selling them...
Yeah.
Like, you're a photographer, you take photos, fucking... natural snaps, fucking holiday snaps, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't care what your name is.
Yeah.
But if you're selling yourself, tell people who you are.
People actually think my name is Holy Matrimony sometimes.
No, they don't. Nobody thinks that.
I've had that many a time.
No.
And it's like,
I won't hear it.
They're obviously thick as shit. No.
I won't hear it.
I'm not your kid.
yeah.
But it's like, I don't understand that. Like, why would that be? That's not
Whose
a thing.
name is that?
I know.
Nobody.
Like, not even
it's
close.
a pun, fuckhead.
Like, yeah, but people don't get the pun. It's not that hard. Holy Matrimony.
Yeah.
Plug. And there's another bloke who uses element too, I think.
But yeah. And I'm not saying you have to use your name as your business name.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you need to tell people who you are.
Yeah.
What have you got there, mate? I can see there's a big long list of text there. What's that say? Come the fuck on.
No, that was the balloons.
Oh.
That's been actually, those ones that you had on the list, they were actually in here.
Were they?
Getting ready pics, yeah.
Good one.
No,
listen, we're going silent again. We can't do this.
No, this is, because people are listening. They are
listening.
So
I have in here, and I need to find it now because, again, it was some time ago. But again, our good friend D at Little Black Bow did a really cracking post about summer versus winter weddings that I wanted to share because it was very informative and it made some excellent points. But it was so long ago now that I can't remember what it said or where it was. It basically was a list of pros and cons about doing them in summer versus doing them in winter. And when you read the list, it was like, why would anybody get married in summer?
Yeah.
It's madness. Apart from the extra light. I mean, the extra light's great, but the extra light also means that it's still 35 degrees at fucking 9 o'clock.
Also, extra light, what does it matter?
I don't know.
People are pissing, dancing.
I don't know. It's a drum or
Actually, the extra light, it means people won't get on the dance floor.
Yeah, like it's a drum or keep banging because there's so, like wearing a coat, being warm, you know, more darkness for dancing and fireworks and bullshit, or sweating your balls out. It's the sun's up till 9:30. Have a think about it. What do you got there?
It's just, what do you want to... hear us talk about, and these are the ones I don't think we actually mention.
If we haven't mentioned them, then there's probably a very good reason we
But I'm
haven't
going to
mentioned them.
anyway. We got nothing else.
No, at least, and we've got to keep going past that because we
first,
did, yeah, that's right.
So what do you want to hear us talk about?
Oh,
And this was one of the early days. Porn was one.
Yeah, I know the bloke that sent that too, by the way.
Somebody else said, I don't care, I just want to listen to you guys waffle on.
Well, wait,
And then
congratulations.
And then a friend said, what's the biggest cock Harren has ever taken? Which is very misleading because I'm the giver.
It's a real day for revelations about penises, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You wrote something there.
Did I?
We won't.
I wrote something.
Yeah. You
Tell me what it
replied
is.
to our own fucking Instagram story like a loser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've already done that. I'll tell you what it says. It says throw heaps of vendors under the bus. I've done about 50 of those, so well done.
And then somebody else wrote, rewatch people's speeches, and every time someone says, for those that don't know me, you take a shot.
Yeah, well, I think we briefly talked about that previously. That's, even when I think maybe our first two Montys, we did we printed the speech bingo cards where there's a bunch of phrases that get used over and over and over again, and so you use a generator online to make a card and then hand them out, and you give out a bottle of wine or something away.
Yeah. Here's one. Chat GPT. What's your thoughts?
Well, funny you should ask that. I had a little, not a meeting, just a little sit down coffee and talk shit with another celebrant yesterday morning.
Doing some mentoring, were we?
No, absolutely not, mate. This is a bloke that doesn't need my advice.
I know who it is.
But
the morning you would have rather it been a beer, but anyway, can't have everything.
I'd rather everything was a beer. But yeah, he said, "Do you use it?" And I said, "No, not really." And he "I don't to write the thing."
Yeah.
But he pulled it. He had his laptop there and he pulled it up and said, I don't use it to write the thing, but I might go. He'll say, if the thing says they met in 2016, for example, he'll go, tell me the top 10 movies and blah, blah, blah in 2016, and it'll give you this big rundown what each thing was, so then he can put that into the thing. So, they met in 2016 and build that stuff in to kind of paint a picture of the time.
Yeah.
He showed me a few things, and I was like, and I genuinely haven't fucked with it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's there, it's a tool.
And
I don't know. I'm kind of in a position where
I've never used it, never even Googled it.
No.
To me, and I honestly don't think I ever will. And it's because if I say something funny and people laugh,
like you want it to be yours.
100%.
Yeah.
I want to be I want my head to fucking swell because I can take credit for coming up with that piece of gold. I don't want people to laugh at something I say, knowing full well it came from ChatGPT, and then being like, just feeling like a fraud.
Yeah.
But in saying that, Julie's talked about it, and she reckons that it won't actually make you funny. Like it doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
Like it's not that.
But it's
sort
like
of, anyway.
It's like all of those things, mate. Where,
I might write a good resume, but it's not going to write a good wedding speech. There's a big difference.
Yeah. But it's like, you can, even if you've got the funniest joke in the world, right? Weddings notwithstanding, just a joke, right?
Yeah.
If it's written down on paper, just because you've got the world's best joke, doesn't mean you can tell it.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen the delivery. Yeah.
Without trying to piss in my own pocket or your pocket or whatever. If you haven't got it, you haven't got it.
No, that's it.
And you can try as hard as you like.
Oh, and that's the other thing with celebrants. Everyone's been told at one point in their life you would be a great celebrant. But the actual number of people that are great celebrants and that would genuinely be great celebrants is a lot slimmer than the people who think. It's like any industry, though.
We're getting into very dangerous ground now because I've got very strong opinions and it could absolutely sink me here.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, well, not the trouble, but whether it's celebrants or styles of photography or whatever, everybody does a slightly different thing in their own way that some people might love and some people might fucking hate. And different people like the different things, and they'll go, fuck, and fancy having that person at your wedding. Yeah. When the next person goes, I can't fucking wait to have that person. So it's not for us to go, don't fucking do that. But I'm a strong believer in you know, if your strength in, let's say, celebrity is storytelling, like great storytelling, stick to that. Don't try to be another thing.
Don't
because that's what you'll be able to do properly. That's what you'll do well.
Don't be a jack of all and a master of none.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I can't, for example, though, I couldn't stand up there and tell like a fucking romantic story. That's not my bag.
No.
I could not do it. And there's people that do it amazingly.
Yeah, and they do it.
And I wouldn't try to do it.
But they're not, whatever. Totally. I do actually, I remembered two
Don't fucking
things.
listen to us. We're fucking idiots.
Yeah, two things. So in a previous episode, talked about my friends Mel and Nat, who he will throw her under the bar. Oh, fuck, I said it again. He will stitch her up at a dinner, you know, like mates or family or whatever, tap the glass. So, Mel's actually prepared a speech that she wants to deliver now. Does it all the time.
That's hilarious.
To the point where she knew at Christmas with his family, an extended family, that he was going to do it. So she ChatGPT'd
a speech
with everybody's names.
Incredible.
And she had it prepared, ready to go.
And so he did it, and she stood up and read it.
And it was weird because I'd heard that, so that, you know, that happened Christmas. And then my first wedding this year was the 6th of January. Best man, pissed as a nit, like pommy groom and pommy groomsman. Pissed as a nit, gets up, doing the speech. And he was like very good, you know, on the mic. But he said that one of the groomsmen, even though he didn't prepare a speech, he still prepared something. And he stitched up the groomsman by saying he's actually prepared a cover to Taylor Swift's Love Story. And he's going to sing it for you right now.
Amazing.
Old mate knew nothing about it.
Did he give it a crack?
All the guests knew nothing about it. But within about 3 seconds, and I've got the video of it, do it, 100 guests yelling at him. He gets up out of his chair and fucking does it. It was sensational. And the best man has got the mic the whole time just pissing himself. He's like, I always prepared to stitch him up, but I never knew that he would actually follow through with it. So good. So
that is good.
Yeah, which is
I'm a fan of that.
A funny little you know, like pull that on the partner. They've actually prepared something.
That is funny.
But then the joke's on them if you actually nail it. So
yeah. Big time.
Good. So yeah, that was
yeah, very good.
That was a good start of the year.
Yeah.
I think. Good fun.
Yeah.
That was a venue I hadn't been to before. And I think I've Dry Ridge Estate, Blue Mountains.
Oh yeah.
Have you been there?
I heard of it.
Absolute cracker.
Which brings me to the third item on my list that's been there for months.
Yep.
And this is just like general random talk. Bucket list venues. Are there venues you haven't been to that you would love to do a wedding at?
Ooh.
I haven't done the bush retreat at Kangaroo Valley. I'd like to do that.
It's a cracker.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Done a couple down there.
I've been all around it. I've done Wildwood and I've done...
The wettest, was it April last year when it was flogging down rain? Something.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was the wettest weekend on record in fucking Kangaroo Valley.
Yeah, right.
And my couple were like, we're still doing there's like a bush chapel.
Yeah.
So pissing down, wet as shag, all the guests were wet. I sat in my car between ceremony and reception when there was nothing for me to do.
Yeah.
With the heated seats on, trying to get dried out.
Yeah.
And then the next one I went to, which was recently, a couple of months ago, it was as if they'd done a whole heap of renos and this whole new
because it burned
venue.
down, you know that.
No, but I'd been there after it was rebuilt. But nothing had literally changed. God, nothing had changed since I'd been there for the wet wedding and the dry wedding. It's just that I actually got to see all of the venues.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't underwater.
But the view from, like, they've got literally a viewing deck where they do the canapes, and then they've got this, like, timber pole, semicircle, buddy, fire pit area.
Right.
Like, lights and, it's just absolute cracker. So that's a good one to have on your bucket list.
That's on my list. Anywhere you haven't been that you think you might like to?
I don't know venues, but places. I've got Darwin booked in winter next year.
I was going to say, that's fucking
nightmare
material.
Yeah. And I haven't done WA yet. I've had some inquiries for WA, but I've always been booked. So once I do WA, I've done every state and territory in the country.
Nice one.
So pretty keen. But that's the plan, that, like, especially winter, travel around the north through winter and do the top end, because you see photos and they're just like... My Alice Springs wedding in November was just mental. Like, middle of Kings Canyon.
Yeah, right.
5-person elopement. Just so...
Sick.
So beautiful. And, like, hiked the whole thing in the morning, because it's obviously hot as shit there. hiked the whole thing at 5 a.m. in the morning, figured out where we wanted to do it. So we like hiked with the couple and the photographer, and then went back at sunset and married them sunset in the middle of the canyon. No one else around. It was epic. So yeah, more venue, like not even venues.
Just just places.
More shit like that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anywhere else on your list?
Did you drive out there?
That was the only one I flew to.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a drive.
Because I had 6 weddings that week and 3 different states.
Fucking
so Victoria,
hell,
New
son.
South Wales, and Northern Territory. So
Yeah, right.
I would love to have driven, but I'll that's on the list for.
Yeah, I've got this year coming up because we're going away later in the year, and I've got some months off. I'm just taking jobs, and not really considering where they are and the distance between.
Yeah,
and I've got
be like me.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it. Is I've got Jarvis Bay one day. I think I've got Goosewing, Jarvis Bay, Tiona.
At least they're all in the same state.
Well,
but
they
it's
are.
still, but that's still like a fair wedge.
So I think I'm going to go Goosewing, drive to Jarvis Bay that
and
night,
then back up. Yeah,
do the wedding, and then drive home that afternoon.
My worst weekends was where it was starting. Like I live in Newcastle, but I'd have Friday in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Saturday in Victoria, and then Sunday in Newcastle.
That's a nightmare.
And I was like, even if I could just start somewhere, like Friday Newcastle or something, but it was So I'm actually, speaking of my next wedding is Glen Innes, so country New South Wales. Friday the 2nd of Feb, and then I've got Saturday the 3rd of Feb in Adelaide.
Oh, good one.
18-hour drive, and I am driving because there's no airports. So 18-hour drive, and I've got 23 hours to do it in. So Scotty, for those of you
Sassy
listening,
Scotty,
watching at home, Sassy Scott, the resident buddy.
He's put his hand up.
+1. He didn't put his hand up. He's dragged it up.
Yeah.
Partly because I said, hey, fucko, here's a flight, and it's booked in your name. So
be there.
Yeah, as in, so he's going to drive with me to Adelaide, and then I've got him a flight home.
Right.
So it's a waste of flight if you're not flying home.
Yeah. Well, because there's no rush for you to come home, and you can just do it at your own rate.
Dylan is going to fly in.
Right.
So Scott's driving with me down there. We're going to do wine tour on the Sunday after the wedding on the Saturday, and then Dylan's going to fly. Like Dylan will fly in, and then drive home with me. So, yeah. Anyway, wild.
Yeah.
But I feel like the interstate ones are like the couples just love you 10 times more
because you've got
so appreciative. I did one in Queensland last year where the bride's dad came up to me after the ceremony was finished. I was about to leave. He said, "Oh mate, no, you just wait here 10. I'm just going to take the hat around and get everyone to chip in for fuel money and
Shut up, mate. And did you go? Oi, I've charged him plenty.
I said, mate, I've paid. No, don't need to do that. I've been paid. He said, no, but you got to get back to. Because I was going to Victoria like that night. No. And I said, mate, it's covered. It's covered.
Yeah.
They pay the travel. Thank you. But but just couldn't believe that I was, anyway.
Yeah.
They're very, very lovely. So
this is too wholesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I want to talk about Bake Off a bit more. That's wholesome.
Fuck your Bake Off. No, okay, I'm going home to watch Saltburn. You've got to put your Bake Off on.
Yeah.
And probably rub some cream into some weird place because you're old as fuck.
All right, fuck off.
All right. Bye.